All the boys at KTR, Earls, the Red, and Mr. Bonesaw. Talking Ricky versus Macho, oh so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking glass just like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh so high like Barbie. This is the Tim Show, you can't see me. Joe's gonna kill you is what the yell. Shut the up and ring the bell. So quick, so hard, go 1, 2, 3. Hit it every Wednesday like NXT. Talk so tough, it hit your jaw. Right in the smackdown, keeping it raw. This is a takeover, not a pay-per-view. Now get ready for K-Fame Talk Radio.
Yeah, welcome everyone to Kayfabe Talk Radio, stupids. I'm Eric the Red Jordan, along with, as always,
JR Earls and
Mr. Bonesaw. Oh, it's been a stupid couple of days.
I'm telling you, man, we're here. We are just 3 days into 2018. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone listening to us.
Happy New Year.
So far, so bad, right? I mean, we're gonna get fucking nuked because our nuke button is bigger than his nuke button, and their nuke button's bigger than his nuke button. Fuck the dumb shit, man.
Maybe we all should have went to Canada.
Hey, I mean, as cold as it is here, it's, a friend of mine who actually lives up in Canada was making fun of me because I said, it's 0 degrees down here, and she's like, yeah, and it's like 14 below here. Shut up, pussy. So,
Oh man, you know what's funny? A friend of mine that came from he used to live in California. He's now here. Works at the job by me. Well, works with me, and he's only been here for a year. And he's like, man, it's fucking cold down here. I'm like, well, what's the coldest you guys got over Cali? He's like, freezing over there for us is like 45 degrees.
Oh my god.
I'm like, wait, what? That's it? And he's like, yeah, is this the coldest it gets down here? He's like, it's like 12 degrees. I'm like, nah, man, like we get like in the belows. He goes, man, I should have stayed in Cali.
Yeah. Because if you're not used to it, if you're not even remotely aware of it, it's going to be a total shock to your system.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I knew a person that lived in Florida like that, and they weren't used to cold weather. So yeah, the same difference. They were just like, nope, I'm leaving. Yeah. And they did. Two months later, they moved back.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, it's amazing how, that the West Coast fucking operates, because, there's parts of Arizona where, yes, they got a fucking hot-ass desert, but, there's also parts where it snows.
Well, in certain mountains and shit,
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have the mountains, and then, in certain areas, you'll go from where it's completely dry. I even know it was snowing up in Buffalo. There was some kind of I-90 fucking big ass car collision where it's 20, 30 vehicles are all fucking collided into each other.
Oh, dude, Buffalo. I've been considering for the past, ever since I fucking really discovered what that place is always about. They're pretty much Little Canada.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they are.
they're like as if like if you like okay, for instance, if you ever talk to someone like a New Yorker, they're pretty much talk like or how Earls used to talk and how you and I kind of talk. Like even though we got that Jersey accent at times, where it's pretty much a descendant of like New Yorker. So, like you could kind of tell, okay, you're from that part of New York, whatever. You talk to someone from Buffalo, motherfucker, you're not from this country.
No, you're not. You need an interpreter.
Yeah, and the same goes for some people that live in Michigan.
Oh,
Michigan, Michigan is blindly fucking, like, they're fucking blindly Canadian themselves, whether they want to admit it or not.
Well, I thought you would say Minnesota.
Them too.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. And parts of, in Chicago.
Yeah,
no,
people, and the worst.
No, he's right. They do have some weird accents.
They do. They really do. I think the worst accent though I've ever heard is a Boston accent.
Yeah.
You legit can understand a word they're fucking saying.
Okay, Kim, when you get really pissed off at Trump, can you nuke Boston first?
Right? That's what I'm saying. Kim, do me a favor. Wipe them first. Yeah, but no, you guys are absolutely right.
I want you to directly target Fenway.
Hey, you know what? I there's certain things I like about New England, and Boston, that area. Well, you know what? Okay.
No, I can't nuke. No. Sorry, now they can't because they just realized the Sam Adams factory is there.
Not even the Sam Adams, dude. Now that I got to try it, I would kind of call them, my affiliations, since I talk to them more, but Joe Numbers of the Soup, who actually is from Boston, recommended me to have
it again.
Yeah, all right. Well, fuck you, man. If it weren't for those assholes, this wouldn't even existed.
Yeah,
but, they're the ones that like had me like, okay, you got to download this and you got to do that, and then like, if this goes wrong, you can troubleshoot it that way. But no, they introduced me to Clown Shoe beer, and so it's like a New England beer, and it's so fucking it's interesting because it's an IPA, but it doesn't taste like one because it has like actual real fruit in it.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So that
sounds good.
Yeah, so that's why it's like. And then I was like, all right, New England, I'll forgive you for somewhat calling yourself the Northeast. I like distantly.
I say we still nuke it.
Hey, thank you for the beer. Now die.
Yeah, bring down as much Sam. I'll be like the. You ever watch Zombieland where Woody Harrelson is like freaking out about like Twinkies?
Yeah.
I'll be like that with Sam Adams, where I'm trying to hoard as much as I can, but I'm just gonna say, you know what, just nuke it. If I can't have it, no one else can. I mean, and it's no, just because they got nuked doesn't mean Joey Numbers and Mish aren't gonna survive. They'll just be horribly mutated.
Well, really, Mish is actually from Chicago, so he's seen worse.
Yeah, it's probably worse. So you can survive it.
Yeah, that's true. He'll be like,
it can't be any worse. It'll be like CM Punk when he was in WWE.
He'll be like, nuke. Shit. you go to the east side of fucking Chicago. You tell me if they're afraid of nukes.
No, they're afraid of drive-bys.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Can't we just send the Chicago street gang into North Korea? Don't you don't think they would fucking solve that shit in a minute? They would fucking get all the North Koreans to be in a street gang.
Can we? You know what? Let's give our troops a break. Can we take everyone? From Newark, from the side of Newark to Camden, New Jersey, to Flint, Michigan, to Chicago, to Compton in LA, just rally them all together, and then be like, yo, motherfucker, you got something to say about these nukes, huh? And just watch what happens.
They get nuked.
Yeah, it brings.
I mean, that would be fantastic because he would use his one good nuke, and we'd get rid of all our crime.
That's a win-win right there.
I like Pat. Fuck you. I hate the fact you and I think the same. But you know what? For some reason, when I say something, I'm the one that gets targeted. When you guys say something, okay, it's forgiven.
Well,
Wait, really?
They're just be. Oh, dude! Like when whoever listens to this show, they're like, "Oh man, Eric, that's not nice of you to say." Pat said, "You say something." Pat's just being bonesaw. It's fine. Bobby says some. He's just a grumpy old geezer that he thinks he is. Yeah, it's
exactly.
Fine.
Yeah.
Eric says some. Oh man, you're too nice to say that, man. Come on.
Oh my God.
Jesus, you're Bobby hating yourself.
I know, right? Good Lord. So, well, I have news this morning, boys. This morning I was taking my son to school, and the radio. We listened to the morning radio, and they were asking for people to call in. They wanted a man and a woman because they're going to do a Battle of the Sexes radio contest, and the winners was going to get tickets to the Bridal Expo that goes on this weekend, or the Rough and Rowdy Brawl that will be going on next weekend. So I thought, well, what the fuck? I never win. I probably won't even get through because I've tried to call before and you don't get through. And right. Son of a bitch, I get through.
Earls, you were both the man and the woman, right?
No, but I did have to answer
the size of both.
Questions. But fuck you. But I had to answer the girl questions. And so my questions were, and these were really funny. What does the company Revlon make? Well, they make makeup, so that was that one. Another one was, what does concealer do? It covers up your blemishes. And then, what does the term sheer to waist mean?
I don't even know that. The other two I do.
Go ahead.
Do you know what it means, Pat? Do you know what it means, Eric?
No, I don't.
Not a fucking clue.
It's another word for pantyhose.
Motherfucker, I don't know this podunk shit.
Unfortunately, I knew that. So anyway, so I won 4 tickets to the Rough and Rowdy Brawl. Now, let me explain what that is.
Okay.
The Rough and Rowdy Brawl is an annual thing they do. It's been the 21st annual. And basically, a bunch of rednecks, what they do see, is they drink a lot of beer. Then they get them all pissed off at one another, girls and boys. And the girls fight the girls, and the boys fight the boys. And they have bikini contest girls who hold up the rounds for each fight or whatever. And basically, they get in there. Some wear headgear, some don't. And they beat the piss out of it. It's kind of like what we were discussing before the show. It's kind of like the Brawl for All. And you win a prize, a monetary prize. And yeah, that's the Rough and Rowdy Brawl. I went to this thing a couple of years ago because we got tickets when I worked for Ticketmaster. They were giving out tickets for this thing. And so a bunch of us decided to go, and we got tanked and decided to go and watch. We watched this thing, and I shit you not, it was the stupidest fucking thing I'd ever seen. I mean, I would rather watch a wrestling death tournament than this thing. I would rather watch fleas fuck than watch this, because there was this one little dude. He was this tiny little black guy, and he gets in the ring and he's getting the shit kicked out of him. But I shit you not, the bell rings for the end of the round. He walks over to the corner and he hulked up. He literally hulked up. I mean, I don't know how to, because I was sitting there and a lot of my wrestling friends were there too, so we all just kind of sit together and we're making fun of him. We're like, and one of the guys looks back at me and goes, Alfie, did he just Hulk up? And I mean, I'm on the floor. I'm laughing my ass off because at this point I'm also like 15 beers in, so I could care less at this point what's going on. And yeah, so we all got hammered. We watched the show. It was the funniest and stupidest shit I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm actually going to be giving my tickets away today.
How are you giving your tickets away if this is something so fucking stupid? Like, you're not obviously you're not going there to like, oh yeah, them boys are gonna fuck each other up.
But I'm telling you, there are some of these people that participate in this contest that take it seriously.
How?
I don't know. It's like I knew one guy.
If you were going to take it seriously, then you would become like a UFC fighter. Or
That's what I'm saying, yeah. I mean, get yourself trained and really learn how to do this. But there's a guy, I shit you not, he goes, I'm going to train real hard, and I'm going to win that money, and I'm going to make my mama and my daddy proud. And I'm just like, dude, go to a college. You want to make them proud, go to college, pal. You know, or do something with your life other than this, because it was just horrible. The last 3 times he was in this thing, he was beaten in the first round. I think he's now his new record is now 20 seconds before he's knocked out. So, and you know, my only thing is, this year for the first time in a long time, they're actually allowing kicking, because for the longest time it was just punching. But I guess now
this is not going to end well, because you get rednecks that barely know how to fight in the first place. And now you have giving them the ability to kick the shit out of somebody while they're on the ground.
Yeah. You see, like a trained, seasoned, you know, fighter or a wrestler would get in the ring with one of these guys and tie him into a fucking knot, and you know, and that would be the end of it. You know,
how does not, like, if I'm like a wrestler or a fighter, how wouldn't I just go in and just destroy all these guys?
Just destroy them, yeah. Well, I think it has a lot to do with the paperwork. I mean, you know, you go in there, you've got to fill out, you know, there's a shitload of paperwork you have to fill out. You've got to fill out, you know, your medical history. You've got to sign a waiver that says that they're not responsible if you get killed, basically. You've got to sign your life away, that kind of bullshit. You've got to be, of course, you've got to be 18 years or older to do it.
You got to look at these weight classes too. There's only like 3 weight classes, and then they have 185 pounds and up. So you can be a fucking 260 monster and like be fighting a dude who's like 180.
Yes.
Does that seem like a fair fight to you?
Oh, not at all. No, not at all. And I've seen it. But you know what's funny? I've seen the little guy kick the living fuck out of the big guy.
Oh yeah, that can happen.
They had a guy in there. They had a guy in there the year I was there, because I mean I only went once, but I do remember it. They had a little guy in there. He must have weighed maybe 190 pounds. Guy got in there. He must have been 350, and that little dude beat the living shit out of that monster.
Oh. Yeah. Dude, I got a perfect fucking example of that. You guys remember Beetlejuice from Howard Stern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I swear I'm not making this up. I swear on my family and my dog and my friends that I'm not making this up at all. A few years ago, I want to say, about shit now, maybe 8 years ago, I went to go try out, this was when I was still in wrestling school. I wanted to also get back into, like, because I was already done with karate, so I want to get back into doing some, like, actual, like, cardio and, like, actual fighting, whatever. So I went and did some boxing classes in my town that they had, like, a PAL or whatever, and they had, like, a professional boxer and whatnot, training people. And so I go in there, and I shit you not, Beetlejuice is actually there.
Neat.
And he's actually I see him get in the ring and sparring with people. I'm sitting there watching on the sidelines, you know, getting used to the environment and everything. And then I look, and he's sparring with this guy, and this guy is like just being a total dick to Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice jumps. The guy's maybe, I want to say no more than 5'8" or whatever. Beetlejuice jumps the fuck up, hits the guy square in the nose. Guy just starts gushing blood.
Wow.
mind you, I'm there with my mother, and she goes, "Yeah, I think we should go."
To be fair, if I'd have seen something like that, I'd have been like that song, been like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." You know, because
yeah, I mean,
if he can blast somebody like that,
seem that tough, dude. I'm sorry. I've seen him on the fucking Howard Stern show. Like,
yeah.
look, I've seen him fuck up other like dwarves, and that's impressive as shit. Like, especially when they're like dwarves. Just a little fucking kid could fuck them up, but
Beetlejuice, if you're listening, I know where this guy lives.
Yeah, he lives I live in Jersey City, where he fucking lives, because he was, like, down in the Marion Project.
Yeah.
He's from Jersey City.
I would love to see, I would love for you to say to him, you can't.
Dude, I would German suplex his little fucking ass into the Hudson River.
I would come on.
Man, I would pay folding fucking money to see this shit.
Beetlejuice, I'm going to join. What the fuck is it? What is this stupid bullshit with what is it called? The Rough and Rowdy. I challenge you to the Rough and Rowdy. No,
alright, come on.
Fight him because he wouldn't be in my weight class.
Yeah, I know, you would be in the ultra heavyweight.
No, it's one. See how fucked up this would be. Like how, if like one of our friends was like at 180, and it says 180 plus. I could fight anybody in that fucking weight category.
Yep.
I could be just tossing another dude around, and they didn't have nothing against like chokeholds. They have nothing against fucking like. This is the rule. Single elimination tournament. Each fight is 3 1-minute rounds. Gloves, headgear, and it says no pros allowed. How would you check for that?
Exactly.
How the fuck would you check for that?
That was the thing I was wondering about too. When I saw that, I was going, how would they check if you're a pro or not? Because there's no way they can tell.
I don't think they care. Do you know how to punch someone in the face?
It's illegal. One fucking head kick and you could kill somebody, like, fucking easy. It doesn't even matter how fucking much headgear. You get enough torque on one kick, you can fucking, like, break someone's neck.
You sure as a fuck can.
I know how to pop bone saw Earls. All right, so
yeah.
Pat, you know who should really join this, right?
No.
See, I told you.
Oh, he killed them all. They fucking pull out a knife and he fucking stab everybody. And then he would go to like the guy who was who's in charge of the Rough and Rowdy, and he fucking pull the knife on him and say, "Look, that's my $10,000 now."
Motherfucker, you don't kicks like you motherfucking ballet and shit. I'll just pull a knife and fucking at you. What the fuck? Get it, fuck out of here, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, this motherfucker, he tried to motherfucking kick at me. Motherfucker, I just pulled my fucking knife at you and fucking put you up right there, motherfucker. Now give me my fucking 10 grand before I cut the promoter too.
Yeah, bitch, I'll cut your ass.
No,
I cut your motherfucking ass like a motherfucking watermelon and a motherfucking grapefruit, alright? You get the fuck out of my way.
He wouldn't just take the 10 grand. He'd take like every other fight purse. Like it was like 10,000. It's like 1,000 first place each division. Wait, what the fuck? What does that even mean? It says prize money is up to like 10,000, and then it's like $1,000 each division. So
that's the other thing I didn't tell you is that you're there all night. You know, it's a long fucking show.
Oh my god.
I've seen people just get bored and leave.
Yeah, because like after the first couple of fights, that's like why fight cards and like boxing and like at UFC, they don't fucking last too long. There's like maybe like 6 fights, tops.
Oh man,
Yeah,
And
exactly.
usually like the first like 3 are like knockouts within like the first or second round, so you're not like watching too much of the actual fight. And it's even worse when people don't know how to fucking fight.
Yeah, and
Is
then,
it
and you
thing,
get,
like,
and this
you-
is exactly what this is.
No, it's basically a glorified like it's not even a street fight. It's just like a glorified like 2 jackasses that don't know anything about like martial arts or boxing or any form of self-protection going at each other, and this is the single stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then this is worse than the and this is a thing. This is a thing. There's a bare knuckle boxing champ.
Right.
I'm dead fucking serious about this. There's a bare. This is how bad. You think fucking wrestling's bad with like the fucking like the like the ultra violent stupid bullshit. These bare knuckle boxing guys, they don't have the extra weight to their boxing gloves, so they're like bashing at each other with their bare fists, and it's a bloody fucking mess. They don't wear headgear, they don't wear anything, so and it's not an easy knockout. Because believe it or not, the reason that the knockouts are like in regular boxing with the gloves is the gloves give a more proportion to your punch per square inch. So when you hit somebody, the overall impact with the glove is more likely to knock you out, and you want to get knocked out because the longer that you last in the ring, the more damage you're taking. So when you have 2 guys that are just beating the fuck out of each other, they're not even wearing I don't even think they wear mouth guards. They're just like bare knuckle boxing. They are literally risking brain damage in maybe 1 or 2 fights.
Good lord.
Yeah. There's a reason you have to wear all this protective shit like that, and you wear mouth guards and you wear boxing gloves. It's so you don't die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they want to see a fight, but they want to see a man die in the ring, and which unfortunately these people are just crazy. I've seen some fucking battles, dude, and I'm just going, well, there you go, hit him with the sharp end. We were at a show one night, and they had a hardcore, fight, a hardcore match, and we were all sitting there watching because the dressing room happened to be on the 2nd floor, and we had a big window we could all sit and stare out of, and so we're watching this ridiculous debacle take place. And they're pulling out all the hardcore gimmicks. I mean, there's thumbtacks, there's broken tables, light tubes, fucking cheese graters, you name it. And neither one of these guys know how to work. I mean, neither one of these guys know the first thing about wrestling, and they don't know the first thing about taking a bump. They don't, these were the same 2 assholes that did a DDT on broken glass on concrete the night Jake the Snake was there.
And kicked out.
So, and kicked out of the finish. So, but we're sitting there watching it, and this guy takes a broken light tube, and he's coming at the other guy with the sharp end.
Nice.
Like he's going to impale him. And I shit you
Nice.
not, one of the boys was sitting here, and I hear a beer crack, and I hear, yeah, hit him with the sharp end. That'll do it. And we all just fucking die laughing, because it's like that's what we're all thinking, but we're not going to say that. But old drunky skunkies, he don't give a fuck. By this time, my friend is like 18 sheets to the wind, and his give a damn is long busted. So yeah, he's going, yep, hit him with the sharp end. That'll do it. But yeah, I've seen some crazy shit.
My hope is that with all these stupid I'm impartial because sometimes I do enjoy ultra violent wrestling, but I feel like the ultra violent wrestling only works when you have 2 guys that know what the fuck they're doing in the ring.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, for instance, as much as me and Pat made our jokes in the past, I could actually sit there and kind of get into a John Zandig match. I could actually get in there to like a Sick Nick Mondo match or a Mammon Pondo match or Necro Butcher, but when you have, or even this guy Masada, like when you have certain fucking people in there, you know, whether you're a wrestler or you're actual fucking one of these fucking brawl motherfuckers, like, know what the fuck you're doing. Have some type of experience. Just don't go in there going, well, I need $10,000. And no, you're like, if you make it a thing where if you're a professional, like, not for nothing, could we all, everyone, all right, all of us here could use the $10,000. Obviously, are we gonna fucking go in there and do it? Fuck no, because we know there'll be motherfuckers that know what they're doing, take advantage, and fucking win because there's money at stake. Now, not to mention the embarrassment factor. So I guarantee you, any of these guys that are just going in there, any Joe Schmo that's in there that doesn't belong in there, I hate to fucking say it. I know Pat's gonna die laughing, but I'm actually trying to be serious. It's going to be a mass transit incident. It's not going to look fucking good. It's going to be fucking abysmal. So any of these guys, oh, I'll make my parents proud. Yeah, like you said, either go to college, get a nice fucking high-paying job, or better yet, don't fucking do this.
Yeah.
You had $10,000. Oh yeah, okay. Were you fucking boxing or going to martial arts for fucking multiple years? Nah. Okay, sit home and fucking go on fucking Indeed or JobSearch.com.
Yeah, $10,000 is not like enough for you to like sustain permanent brain damage.
Yeah, that's gonna pay. That's not even gonna cover your fucking brain damage medical bill.
I'm pretty sure they're not like paying for your medical bill. So if you get really fucked up,
no, dude,
like,
I'm talking about the guy were to. I'm talking about the guy were to somehow win, but he still has brain damage. There goes that money.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, just thinking about it like this, you got to fight like several guys, and you're talking about. I mean, even if the whole thing is, it's probably fucking rigged from the way it sounds, because God knows what's stopping the promotion from just getting, hiring up some fucking like obscure MMA or UFC guy that hasn't fought in years, and just say, hey, look, we're gonna pay you like $5,000, and we're gonna keep the rest.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be the one that wins, so we don't have to pay $10,000 to all these fucking schmucks.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
they could give them a bullshit amount, and then have them win the overall tournament. And what are you gonna do about it? You got a bunch of fucking rednecks in there.
Right.
In these like bullshit little tournaments, you always see like one guy that's like way better than the others, and it's like, yeah, I'm really sure this like backwater tournament in Podunk is really really legit. Like, they're not gonna pull any bullshit here. I don't know. Who knows? They might be the most legitimate bullshit backwater fighting tournament. Oh god, this is really fucking stupid. This is really fucking stupid.
Hey man, this is the most fired up we've been on a Wednesday morning in a long time.
Telling you, man,
it's good
to get the blood pumping like this. It's good. But it's
really
very stupid.
Shit.
No, it really is.
It's almost as stupid as Sid.
Oh, I love your segue. Oh, thank you.
Good segue, my brother. Good segue. Holy shit.
So, I understand. So, before anyone that comes on here, for any new listeners who are listeners of any other show, yes, I'm aware if certain people are going to play the audio. Yes, I'm aware that we're just, so we're coming out here, we're fucking doing what everyone else says. Nah, we're giving our own fucking opinion on the topic. So that's why I'm going to actually play the audio. Not to mention, Sid Vicious, for us, has been like one of those memes that we just love to go pick on.
He is literally the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you cannot ask for a better. I mean, yes.
Hey guys, I don't know if he's here. I don't know if he's in my house right now, but my dad doesn't even know this happened.
Oh, jeez.
So my dad's like,
I want to
kidding
in the
me?
background and go, "Oh, you're a fucking moron."
No, I want to play the audio for him.
Your dad knows him real well, right?
Oh, my dad. Oh man. So for those,
they go back.
For our listeners, my dad. Well, all our new listeners, you know, and the reason why I say new is because every year I'm sure our listenership's going up, increasing, and you know, and all that. So. To just explain it quickly, my dad worked as a timekeeper, and he worked as like a ring crew guy and all that for these New Jersey and New York Athletic State Commission from 1990 to 96. And one of the guys that was, you know, he saw a lot was Sid, but also he was, along with Tony Atlas, Sid was notorious for no-showing. And the reason why he was notorious for no-showing, that my dad, to this day, has a new joke every fucking time, is that he owned a softball team. A Little League softball team. So every time my dad would go, "Oh, here comes Sid, the ruler of the softball world." He goes, "Yeah, he has his hand out because he's usually used to holding softballs." So he has a new joke about Sid like every fucking time, and it's just that's why eventually when, you know, if he were to come on here, be ready for Sid jokes, because they are coming. And basically, if the end goal will probably be to get Sid Vicious to block this show and us from Twitter.
Okay,
that's basically what might happen.
I don't know. I've told you.
Does he even have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Does he know how to use it? That's the next question.
Dude, guys, you gotta see his fucking Twitter. Him and Virgil are like the only two motherfuckers, and Lance Storm. These are the only motherfuckers that sit through a fucking. Well, Lance Storm can kind of talk because one, he trained some of these kids, and two, he is a better worker than most. But these motherfuckers, Virgil and Sid, sit through WWE pay-per-views, and they watch a guy like Roman Reigns and go, "I could do better than him. I was more over than him. I was more over than that guy. I can outwork him." Motherfucker, when you tried to do I fucking drop kick, you fucking snap, crackled, and popped your leg.
Wow.
Get out of here.
No. Wait, he said he was more over than them? He's the same guy that is on live television. Had JR go, "No, we're live, buddy."
Yeah.
It's live, pal. Oh,
live,
sorry. If there's any doubt.
He's got half the brain that Kevin Nash does.
Nah, Kevin Nash doesn't have much of a brain left.
Not much of one, no. So, to be honest, I was going to say.
Well, anyway, so to catch everyone up to speed here, AIW, Absolute Intense Wrestling in I almost said Chicago, in Cleveland. They've been around for a minute. When I say minute, I mean ironically like a long time, at least a decade or so. They brought in a lot of the guys. Well, they didn't bring them in, but like they brought up a lot of people that now work in NXT and whatnot, in Ring of Honor. So they're responsible for, you know, a lot of people coming through there that are now becoming or are names. So they're a decent promotion. So they're bringing in Sid, and they name their card Rulers of the World. Now, Sid blames the Trump travel ban for the reason he no-showed the event. Mind you, while I get this audio together, would some of you guys like to explain the travel ban that's going on?
Go ahead.
Travel ban is against certain list of countries in Middle East. It has nothing to do with any type of travel ban in the United States.
Okay, yeah. So for everyone that's wondering, okay, what the fuck is he Sid talking about? He's insinuating that this motherfucker had a problem getting from Arkansas to Ohio from a travel ban that is effective in the North fucking East.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of this whole North Korean bullshit. So, we're gonna go ahead now and play this audio for as long as we can handle it.
Sid.
John.
What's up?
Man, I just got back from the airport.
Alright, might I add, this is going on between the promoter of AIW, and Sid.
I got a goddamn thing on my driver's license where it says I didn't pay a ticket, and I got it sitting here. I just now looked through my mail, and it ain't nothing but about a fucking speeding ticket, and I guess now that fucking Donald Trump has got these fucking things on different states, they can't let me get through without a passport, and I didn't have my passport, and I can't find that son of a bitch either.
So what happens now?
I don't know, John. That's why I'm sitting there looking around, thinking what to do. I just got off the phone with my lawyer. I was on the phone with him when you called. He didn't think of anything I can do. And I'm not the only one this happened to. I had a friend of mine happen this, that they weren't going to a wrestling show, but they worked for Delta of all things, and when they tried to get a connecting flight to get home the other day, some to do with this fucking this new travel ban. If you got like what I've got, I'm not sure it's a speeding ticket or what it is. I got it in the mail the other day. My wife actually has it. I actually had one, and I had a friend of mine that lived here years ago when it came in the mail. It says a Department of Administration. And I opened his just to see what it was because the guy's dead now. He's not alive anymore. And it was a speeding ticket from Louisiana. So I took mine up to my wife, and she read it to me. I can't remember if it was a speeding ticket or where it was. But because I had that on there, I've got to go now. I've got to go get my license renewed.
So they just wouldn't let you through, huh?
They wouldn't let me on.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't like. I called the airport the airline this morning, and they didn't have any answers for me. I was trying to call you, find out what was going on.
Well, I dialed your phone on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I must have hit the wrong digit when I got over there. It wasn't going to your number. It was going to some fucking automated thing.
Oh, wow.
Because that way I'd have it with me.
Right.
And again, like you said, I know the girl works there at Delta. She says there's just nothing we can do.
Well, your flight was on American.
I know that, but she works there, so I thought I'd go in and see if she knew anybody and could, help me out on that. But she said the same thing happened to her. And then I can't remember who the other person was. And it just depends what state. Who was this? I was talking to a girl in the gym about that yesterday. That's what it was. But that's what it is, John. I can't get through because I've got some kind of fucking outstanding thing, and it can't be no more than a goddamn speeding ticket. I can't think of anything else I would have even had.
Right.
I can't even remember getting a speeding ticket.
Right.
And this could be something. No, what happened was, I've only had driver's license now for about a year. They never knew what it was. For 7 years, I couldn't get a driver's license. Maybe longer than that. They said there was something wrong with it. I got a lawyer and went through every fucking state in the union to see if there was a speeding ticket or something somewhere outstanding. They never really could find anything. And then I got a ticket one day, and the judge says, you better fucking find out what's going on. You're going to be in trouble. So I went to the revenue office. Now, they just said, hey, we can't find anything. And that's what's so weird about it. When they look it up, even when I get pulled over, they say there's nothing on your record showing that you shouldn't be able to get your driver's license. So I finally got them. So and I've had them now for over a year. But
all right.
Okay, let me go through multiple things that.
Wow.
Just him saying this. While you can be if you have unpaid speeding tickets, you can be kicked off a plane. You can.
Sure.
But this has nothing to do with your passport. Your passport is only used outside the country. Secondly, the travel ban for Trump only affects people coming in from certain countries in the Middle East. the Middle East, as in the Middle East, Orient of Asia. No, nowhere else besides the Middle East is there a travel ban, especially not in the continental U.S. Now, the next thing he said that was really fucking stupid. Why would you ask if you're flying American Airlines? Why would you ask a Delta attendant for anything? You are flying a different airline. They would not know anything about any situation that you're having with your flight. And if you were going to make a bullshit excuse for why you couldn't go, just say you got arrested because of the fucking parking ticket. You didn't have to make up a whole bullshit excuse that you couldn't make the fucking plane because of it. You could have just said, I got into a lot of trouble because there was an unpaid parking ticket. At least that would have made a lot more sense, and you wouldn't have looked like a fucking jackass.
Yeah, well, the promoter fucking uploads it to YouTube and then just goes, "Hey guys, look at the type of guy." Like that. Like we're not talking about like a private account. We're talking their actual AIW fucking YouTube page. Like this is actual audio on their fucking YouTube page.
Why wouldn't you want to? Because think about it. This guy is so fucking stupid that he couldn't come up with an actual excuse for why he's no-showing in your event. He had to make a bullshit excuse that a fucking travel ban stopped him in the continental U.S. And how far was he even going?
From Arkansas to Ohio, which is only, what is that, like a 4-hour flight? You know?
Yeah, but let's say you can't make the flight.
Right.
You can't drive there?
Exactly. You can't.
I only have my driver's license for a year, and I got a speeding ticket, and I can't. All right, it's a 12-hour drive.
Okay.
And this is no one's ever driven from Arkansas to fucking Ohio.
Of course they did. Of course, but this is where you got a new nickname for him. With all due respect, Earls, I'm not including you in this.
No,
it's Sid. This is Sid Podunk Vicious we're talking about.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine with that because I'm not Podunk. You know, I mean that guy. Holy God.
Why did he think that was a good excuse, though? That's the scariest part about it.
Because it's Sid and he's a fucking idiot. That's why. I mean, he's always been that fucking stupid. This is the motherfucker that stabbed Arn Anderson with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any fucking doubt that this guy is that not this fucking stupid? Of course there is.
I would say we could have put him in that brawl thing coming up, but you know what? I mean, he wouldn't even no-show.
Yeah, he'd no-show. I'm wondering how much money was this promoter out? Because I guarantee Sid had to have something up front.
I think $1,000 at least.
See, no, and you could hear it. You could hear it right in the guy's voice.
Mind you, guess what?
That he knew Sid was full of shit. I mean, you could hear it right in his voice.
Yeah, hey, guess what? I forgot details. I forgot details to this story too. You want to know how the promoter got a hold of him?
How?
All right, so the guy. All right, so Sid was claiming that he couldn't get a hold of the guy, right? Meanwhile, the promoter tried calling Sid. And Sid wouldn't pick up. He wouldn't pick up for the promoter. The promoter got Hornswoggle's phone, and because of that, called Sid from Hornswoggle's phone, and that's when he picked up.
Oh my God.
So the guy was actually fucking ignoring the promoter.
Jesus, that's terrible.
Yeah. It's safe to say that this promoter learned, because you heard the fuck. I mean, nothing on you, Earls. You've been in the business long enough. You heard the fucking the tone of this guy's voice. You know he's not booking Sid ever again.
No, no, and if anything else,
If anyone's smart, they would never book Sid regardless. Anybody.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was surprised that he got booked at all. But what I'm saying is, something like this happens. You know, that's how you get blackballed in the business.
Like,
you know,
yeah, like I'm looking at the people that this promotion's bringing in, like coming up. Like they're booking people that actually have the reputation of showing up. Like right. They got a January show coming up with. They got one of the guys from War Machine, Ray Monroe, showing up. The next card is a February card where Emma is showing up, and then in March they got Ricky Steamboat showing up.
Well, there you go. So where's this promotion again? Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, I'm gonna go out to Ohio because Ricky's going.
Well, I mean, I could be there in a couple hours.
I mean, dude, you went to Philly. Not Philly, but you went to PA. You and Joey Austin. So I mean, it's not totally out of the way.
No, it was Cincinnati actually.
You told I could have sworn.
Oh no, we went to Pittsburgh for a WWE house show.
Oh, the card you worked was in Cincinnati.
Yes.
So you worked in Cincinnati and then you went to Pittsburgh for the house show.
No, okay. The house show was at the Igloo, which was fucking scary as hell. And then we worked a show in Ohio. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we've been all over the place. But that's oh my god. Why would anyone even Sid has got this terrible
he had a reputation to begin with. All this guy had to do.
That's my point.
All right, you know what? All right, you've done affiliation with the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. All he had to do was ask some of the guys, like, I know I'm being showing some favoritism here. Yes, I know I'm showing favoritism, but it's because the guy has a reputation in the business with the boys. Call a guy like Pantozzi. Hey, find him on Facebook or something. Hey, I understand you've worked with Sid in the past. Is he, like, good enough? Like, I'm trying to book him for a card in December. I'm trying to book in a few months in advance here. Should I book him? You know, is he notorious for no show, like the internet saying? The guy will say yes. Pantozzi would say yes, and then that's it. It would have been done. He would have saved money and aggravation. I mean,
let me tell you one, okay? There was one guy that is I mean, infamous, guys, for not showing up. I mean, infamous, and that's Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull.
Oh, whoa, wow!
He was on the. I mean, he was on the what they call the no-fly list in the business.
Okay, here's where that's gonna. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm not defending. I'm not defending the guy. All I'm saying is I can't say I knew, only because he was showing up. He was showing up at Jersey All Pro shows when I was going to them, because he trained Homicide.
Right.
So he would show up to some of the shows every now and then. I actually have a picture somewhere in my house of me putting him in a headlock.
That's cool.
As a little kid. He actually showed up, and not to mention, I actually recently watched a decent match where it was him against Stro from like a card, I want to say, in the past year or so on the indie show. So I don't know. The guy does show up. I guess it's, I don't know.
Well, you know what I think it is, because it was always the same promoter that he would always no show for.
Yes.
As I got older in the business, I learned that some wrestlers don't want to work for some promoters, because what if the guy doesn't want to pay what the guy wants, or what if it's always some kind of sad story, bullshit story.
Right.
Which happens a lot. You know, like, you show up, the guy, you know who the guy is, you know you're going to get fucked on the pay. There was a promoter that we used to avoid like the fucking plague, and yet we'd still show up sometimes just for the sake of going. Just like, oh, we'll go and we'll just go fuck around in the ring and, you know, get the ring rust off or whatever. But we know we're going to get fucked on the pay, and we'll just go to go have fun, you know? And that, we would do that. But there was a guy here that we wouldn't work, that we would normally not work for if he called us or tried to book us, because we knew he was a fucking lush and he would never pay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between like you said, like you just not working for the guy and then saying that you're gonna taking the money up front, saying that you're gonna be there, and then not showing up. Exactly.
Yeah, and you know. About that promoter I was talking about, I won't mention his name here, but you know how you get, how do I put this? You know how you have a certain group of guys, and then you have like that next generation of workers that are being trained, and they're coming in, and they're going to be the guys who are going to take over in that territory, you know, when you're older. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, those young guys went to this dude's house because they got stiffed on their pay. You know, they were like, well, why didn't we get paid? And they're like, he never pays. And they're like, oh, he's going to pay us. And they actually went to this guy's house, knocked on his door, calmly walked in, took the money that they were owed. He gave it to them. Then they took his pizzas that he ordered and his beer.
Oh man.
And left the house. And that story became legend. And those guys went on to become, you know, the next young guys and whatnot. And now they're the old timers. You know, so if they're the old timers, I guess that makes me the fucking ancient timer, because, you know, I'm like, holy shit, that's hilarious. These guys had the balls to pull that. That's fucking great. You know, and plus it served.
But I mean, what was he gonna do?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, they walk in the house.
They're gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Oh, they were going to kill him. If he didn't give them their money, that was going to be the end of him. That was literally their intent. They're like, please. At one point, they were like, please God, let's hope he doesn't pay us, just so we can kill this bastard. And I remember, you know, hearing the story about it, going, damn. I said, so they're going to go after him? They said, yeah, they're at his house right now. I said, oh well, sucks to be him. You know, because nobody was going to come defend him, because, you know, he didn't deserve that. You know, why defend somebody that doesn't deserve something like that? Bullshit, you know. So, oh yeah. But yeah, back to the SID thing. Yeah, he definitely should have called or talked to someone about SID, because I've heard that about SID forever. And blaming, wow, that's a new one.
I mean, you know what would have been a better idea? You know, him being afraid to be in a major city when Donald Trump pisses off the leader of North Korea.
That I could, at least that I could somewhat understand.
Between the two stories, yes, but I mean, well, hey, Pat, you know what? Next time Earls doesn't come on, we know it's because he has Delta.
That's what it is, guys. Yeah, the next time I can't be on the show, there's a travel ban, and I can't get on here because I gotta get on to Delta, and I could barely understand him the way he was talking. I'm trying to understand his accent, and you could just hear he was full of bullshit. It was, God, man, ugh. Anyway,
so let's go to the synopsis here.
Well, wait. December the 9th. We lost a legend, Tom Zink.
Yes,
the Z-Man. The Z-Man passed away at the age of, I think it was 59 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's terrible. Do we know what the cause was? Have we heard anything about it?
Let's see here. I'm on the wiki right now. Let's see here. No, it's still kind of unclear.
Well, I'm hoping it's not drugs, but not to besmirch his memory, but I do have one story about Tom Zink from here in Charleston, which I've said on the show before, but I'll go ahead and retell it.
Okay.
There used to be a major gay bar here in the city, and it was called the Grand Palace. Okay, for years and years and years, there was an urban myth that, I mean, all you had to do was walk in and see it. I've never personally seen it myself.
Liar.
But friends of mine, fuck you. No, seriously, friends of mine have seen it. But there was a signed poster to the Grand Palace. Thanks for a wonderful night in Charleston. Love the Z-Man. And it was one of those full-length, full-color poster of the Z-Man. So I'll leave that to your own conclusions. You know, I don't know if he was. I don't know if he whatever. But you know, if he was, you figure he'd be more over in the WWE. Would have to go to WCW, but still. Or maybe he just wasn't Patterson's type.
I mean, nah. You know what though? Maybe he wanted to keep that shit as a secret.
Maybe. You know, but if you want to keep it a secret, why would you sign a poster in a public place? You know what I mean? I mean that doesn't make sense to me. But I do have friends who have seen it that have confirmed that yes, it is there, and yes, it was real. So I mean, hey, more power to him. If that's what he wants in his life, that's fine. But that didn't take away from the fact that he was a tremendous athlete and a fantastic wrestler. I always enjoyed watching him wrestle.
No, I mean, I can't say I really watched a lot of his work, like teaming with Rick Martel, but I can say I have seen him a lot. Really more. I've seen him more within like WCW as the Z-Man, and like also some of his work in fucking Japan.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was him and of course he came to Charleston a lot. This though will touch home to you and me, Eric. That was like one of the few Galoobs I could never find. The Galoob action figures, I could never find Z-Man. They did make one, but I never found it.
I don't know I don't think my dad ever got a Tom Zink one or Z-Man one. He could have. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, regardless of which, rest in peace, Tom Zink. Condolences go out to his family on behalf of KTR. In all seriousness,
Yeah. Goodbye, Z-Man.
Yes. But as they say in pro wrestling, the show must go on, and let's turn to the synopsis here.
I found them on eBay for $12.
Really?
Yeah.
$12? Jesus.
Yeah.
My dad. My dad.
No, I'm not going to pay $12. That's crazy.
You just said you didn't have them.
Well, yeah, but I don't have any more Galoobs anyway. I think I have Sting and Ric Flair. That's it.
Oh.
No, I got rid of a lot of those a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'll see it. Let me take a look at it, of course, but I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm going to look on my phone.
He looks like a bad Ricky Steamboat.
It really does.
Yeah, considering the guy kind of had like one of those like that 80s 90s look for like a John Stamos.
He was rocking the mullet, man.
Yeah, so for them to make it look like that, yeah, I mean you do not for nothing, dude. I gotta make it. I gotta Photoshop something here now.
There you go. Yeah. Well, see, and the thing is that they've got him in that Ricky Steamboat pose from the LJN wrestling doll, wrestling figure. It's actually in really good condition. No paint wear and everything. I see a little bit I see a ding on the back of the head, but that's about it. I always liked about the Galoob wrestling figures is that they always came with a wrestling belt. Every one of them had a belt.
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool. I loved toy wrestling belts. They were always fun. Remember when the Hasbros came out, the only belt you had was the WWF belt that came with the ring. And so I would use my Galoob belts as all the secondary belts. Like I had Intercontinental belt. I had, all the other ones. So, I always thought that was pretty neat.
Granted, they were like TV titles and whatnot, but I mean,
Oh, yeah.
You're a kid, it's your imagination.
They were like the same size as like the LJN toys. So like they were basically just knockoffs of the LJNs.
No, they weren't size of the
LJNs. No,
LJNs.
these were tiny. These were like G.I. Joe size.
They were the size of Hasbro's. Or a little bigger.
They were a little taller than Hasbro. They were what you're thinking about, Pat, is the ones that came out in the late 90s. Into the 2000s.
They made their own.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and those were direct knockoffs of the LJNs because they had what was it, Pat? What was it, Eric? They had a Hulk Hogan, they had Flair, they had Sting, they had Harlem Heat.
I think they had a Big Bubba Rogers.
Bubba Rogers, yeah, the Giant. Remember the ones that actually had heels and baby faces written underneath the wrestlers on the packages?
Well, I got one better for you. They used to make the ones in Mexico's. Wow. They used to make the ones in
Mexico's. Yeah.
They used to make the ones from Mexico, and they had like Lismark and Vampiro and Conan and all those, and they would say, and I'm pretty sure I remember this because it reminded me of this. It used to say Technicos and Rudos.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Technicos is babyface, Rudos is a heel.
Rudos is the heel. That's right.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Look
you
at
see
your.
That? We're all bi here on KTR. We're bilingual. See what it
is? That does look like a steamboat.
Holy shit! Yeah, it does. Wow.
Now you want to buy it, don't you?
Fuck yeah! I'll customize that bitch. Fuck yeah, man.
Now I got a Ricky Steamboat.
Seriously. No, seriously, wait. You could literally work in the headband, right? And then like down all you gotta do is like add a little like put a little sculpt on the knees for the knee pads because Ricky wore knee pads. And then you could like just fuck y'all. And then you could just like paint from like the waist down one whole color, and then you could work in all the different stuff. You could work in dragons on the boots and go to the synopsis because I'm starting to.
All right. Ricky Rayman here, okay.
Ricky Rayman.
Ricky Ray, really? Yeah, definitely Steamboat. Yeah, definitely Steamboat. Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised you're not saying, all I gotta do is paint his legs white, and then boom, it's WrestleMania 3 when he fought Macho Man in the greatest match in the history of our sport.
That was the greatest match in history. That was the greatest match in the history of our sport.
Yeah,
damn fucking straight it was.
Yeah, I added it to the intro for you clowns.
Damn straight. Hey, it is. Let me tell you something. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus the Macho Man Randy Savage still is the go-to match for a lot of these youngsters that watch wrestling today. A lot of the superstars that it's still listed in the top 10 of WrestleMania matches of all time. Fuck the dumb shit. It's a classic. They stole it from Hogan and Andre. Sad for Andre, but fuck Hulk Hogan. It was awesome.
Oh, remember when you were like, Hogan's not that bad. He put over Flair.
He's an old man trying to get into heaven. 2018, fuck Hulk Hogan.
That was quick.
I still can't stand Hulk Hogan. I still can't stand him, but I'll give credit where credit was due. Yes, he was.
You were like, okay,
wait a minute.
Hogan's okay.
He was sucking Flair's dick. He was okay, and that's fine because you should suck Flair's dick. But he's still a dick. He's still an ass.
So what? Hogan is what he eats.
And apparently for $20,000 you can get Flair to come to your house. So,
yeah, Flair's a whore, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He is. No, I'm dead. Like, look, I love the guy. I think he's probably the GOAT. But Jesus Christ, he is the biggest sellout. Like he is so strapped for cash. He's basically selling his soul. I'm pretty sure he has. I feel like he's done some shit off The Simpsons where Bart sold his soul for $5.
Homer sold it for a donut.
Flair sold his for a bottle of Grey Goose.
Bottle of Grey Goose. And a Crown Royal bag. Not the booze, but just the bag. Wow. Yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan. Anyway.
All right, let's go back to the synopsis.
This is good. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Well, all I'm gonna say. Well, we'll do this quick here. Quick thing here. What do you guys see happening? On a realistic sense, what are 3 things you guys could see happening in 2018 in the world of pro wrestling? Any promotion.
Pat, you go first.
To be Hall of Fame, anything.
Hall of Fame. I'm gonna make 3 bold predictions.
Okay.
China is definitely not gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Chris Benoit is definitely not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame.
No.
Owen Hart is not getting an action figure made.
He is also not going to be in the video game. Alright. What else are we gonna say? Bold prediction, Naito is going to be the new IWGP champ.
We will find out tonight. Well, today.
We will find out tonight. Another bold prediction. I think EC3 and Bobby Lashley are going to be in the WWE by the end of this year.
Okay.
Because EC3 already did like a trademark, so it seems like he's going to be gone from Impact, and I think the most logical place for him, because I don't see him going to Japan, and I don't see him in Ring of Honor. I most likely would see him in WWE. I think that's a better, like, it's a weird situation, but I think he could thrive there. And I think he would be good in NXT right now, with the lack of talent that they have right now.
Okay. All right, you got one more.
I'll say that I think. I'll say that either Braun Strowman or I'm going to say Braun Strowman or either that or AJ Styles is going to be the top champ for this year.
Okay. All right. So, what's a safe one you want to go with?
But overall, of all my predictions.
No. I'm talking about between those two because you were like either or.
I to be honest, right now, like you have AJ, but you don't know how long the belt's gonna be, because they're already talking about having another match with Cena. So if they're pulling this shit where they're gonna like have him, finally go over Flair, how long does he actually have the belt before Cena comes a knocking? So yeah. And then you have Braun Strowman, and then you have Brock, and they're doing this whole thing with Roman. Roman is in, he has the Intercontinental belt, so hopefully they can keep the belt on him for a while. So we now have a situation where, hey, look, it's Brock. I'm gonna push him over and then steal his belt.
Yeah,
because what is the big asthmatic fuck gonna do? Is he gonna wheeze on me?
All right, so so we got yours written down. I put it down for you that Braun wins Universal title.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna win it in the Rumble. Because I don't see, like, the thing with it is,
I don't think Royal Rumble personally. I think within the year.
I have a weird feeling it's gonna be like some kind of like shenanigan, where Kane gets pinned instead of Brock, because Brock is gonna be like, oh, I don't want to get pinned. The only people who can pin me are people that are like legends.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the fact that this guy worked 13 matches and had like some promos on Raw, and he got paid fucking $12 million for 2017. Give me a fucking break.
And then when my matches sound like that, like throughout the entire match, where like
I swear they need to just stop miking the ring.
Yeah, no, they gotta stop miking the ring when he's wrestling.
No,
you got
Cena too.
Styles, and you got a guy who's bigger than Brock, and they sound like normal fucking people, like they're not having a fucking like emphysema attack. and he's just like he moves like 1 inch, and he's like fucking sucking air, like he's gonna like take his last breath at any moment.
Is he blowed up that bad?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear one of his matches, Thoros? Do you want to hear one of his matches?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna find.
All right,
I'm gonna find a recent one.
Find it, Pat. And while you do that, Earls, we're gonna go to you. What are 3 bold predictions you're gonna make for 2018 that you could see in pro wrestling?
Okay. In a surprise.
No, just like whatever you see. Who's going to Hall of Fame?
I'm all right. Yeah, in a surprise move, I can honestly see Dean Ambrose coming back from surgery and getting the WWE title and having a clean babyface run with said title. Bring him back as a strong babyface because I know he could pull it off, and give him a clean run with the title. Maybe for a year, maybe for a couple months at least.
Now,
okay.
Now, when you say the WWE title, since he's on Raw, you're going toward like whatever brand he's on, right?
Whatever brand he's on, whatever current brand he's a part of. So if he's in whatever brand it is, I can see him getting a clear one with the belt.
Okay.
I see Brock Lesnar being inducted into the Hall of Fame because why the fuck not? They've already fucked the Hall of Fame up. So yeah, I do. I really do. He's been around long enough, Eric, that he should be.
You know what? You know what? You're not too far fetched because they do have WrestleMania in New Orleans where he beat the Undertaker's streak.
Right.
You're not too far off. Wow.
And I'll tell you something else.
Hey,
it's either going to be Taker. It's either going to be Taker or Kurt Angle that inducts him.
I would think Taker. Maybe. Well, maybe Angle. Maybe Angle because they like to kayfabe the shit out of its Taker still.
Exactly. So yeah. So, all right. That's my WWE predictions because the rest of it I could care less. Actually, one more thing. I also see the Divas division getting even stronger than it already is.
Okay.
So I really do because I mean I actually watched the match Monday night between Alexa Bliss and
Asuka,
and I really enjoyed it. I mean, there was a couple of fuck ups, but you know, whatever. The slap spot was just horrible. I understood it, but at the same time, I'm just going, well, okay.
Well,
you know.
Well, Asuka's one of those girls that you could tell she's seasoned enough and she's been around enough fucking professionals that her shit does not stink. She's one of the girls that they can go out there and they could trust to make shit look believable and make it look like, hey, these girls are actual, just as good, if not better, than the men. Mm-hmm. Like, she puts a lot of boys to shame. A lot of boys.
Oh, fuck yeah! And what's funny is that what I like about her is that, you know, she can work too. I mean, I watched her do what she did, and I'm like, man, she can fucking work, and this is really good. And you know, and of course at the end they put her over, and I thought that was pretty cool too. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I can see her going a lot further and whatever. But anyway, off of that, you know, Japan. You know, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I do see a lot of good things. I see something very big coming in for Cody Rhodes. He's going to revolutionize the business in some way. Whether it's by way of promotion, or by way of training wrestlers, or by way of doing something that is not affiliated with Ring of Honor or WWE or Japan. I think I could see him making his own deal that could become, with the proper building and the proper brand building, could rival Ring of Honor and WWE in Japan, because Cody's got the chops to do it.
Well, okay, Japan and WWE, no. Ring of Honor and Impact, absolutely.
If you notice, I didn't even mention Impact because I don't see them being in business long.
They're not a blip on the fucking radar anymore.
That's what I'm saying, brother. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So, all right.
And one more quick prediction. I would personally love to see it. This is just me, but I would love to see someone bring wrestling back.
Do you think that guy would probably be Billy Corgan, since he has the NWA license?
Yes, that's where I was going. Thank you. You see, again, we think a lot alike. I could see, because he gives a shit about wrestling. That's what I like about him. I mean, yeah, he's a rock legend. He's done this. He's done that. He's been trying to get into the business now for what, 20 years? You know,
Yes.
I remember him back on Monday Nitro. You know, I remember
he was doing stuff for ECW too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's such a huge wrestling fan, and he finally has that. I mean, holy fuck, how cool is that? Now, if he's smart, he will go through and start picking the brains. For God's sakes, don't book them, but pick the brains of like legends, like talk to Jim Cornette, talk to Boogie, talk to Ricky, talk to the Rock and Roll Express, talk to Flair, talk to anybody you can get his hands on. Pick their brains and learn how to build a fucking build a promotion. Learn how to fucking build two guys. You know, you build them up and then you fucking book them and then bam, bitch, they're all over the fucking world. You know. Take them around the horn, all that kind of stuff, man. Fucking do it right. It's not rocket science. It's wrestling. It's not that fucking hard. Don't fucking mic the ring. I agree with Pat. Take the fucking microphone out of the fucking ring. It's stupid and it doesn't belong. If you know what the fuck you're doing in the ring, you don't need a fucking microphone in that son of a bitch.
Hey man, like when I was at SmackDown, like the fact I'm hearing the fucking ring through the speakers, I'm like, all right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, take the fucking shit out. It doesn't need it. We had a mic. I swear to God, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this story. I wish I had the video because there is a video that exists. I managed Joey Austin at a bar show. Okay. And Joey was famous. Joey got famous for doing the suicide dive because he was extreme Joey Austin, right? And he would dive through the ropes and do the suicide dive. And if I happened to be out there, it was always me that caught it because that was the way we'd arrange it, right? Because let me catch the suicide dive because I would catch Joey and then I would jump back like he killed me. I mean, I would oversell it. I'm talking Triple H versus Shawn Michaels level of selling. Okay, and so, this bar show, and this was a concrete floor. I shit you not. The guy that Joey's wrestling, we're scuffling on the floor. Joey's getting ready to do the suicide dive. I don't know what the fuck got into the guy's brain, but he grabbed me and pulled me back like 7 or 8 feet. Joey's only 5'6".
Damn, you guys are fucking short.
So oh, you have no idea. I'm 5'7". Joey dove through the fucking ropes and barely clipped my ankle. He hit that concrete floor and skidded, man. It was like, you know. And of course, I'm selling it like he killed me because it's my best friend. The guy grabs Joey, rolls him back into the ring. There was a microphone under the bottom turnbuckle by the commentators. Joey looks right at the commentators and it picks up on the fucking microphone. Oh shit, that hurt. and the commentators were like, well, for those of you who doubt the validity of professional wrestling, there you go.
I remember.
I think there should be mics on the outside, like towards like the like so you can hear shit like on the outside of the ring. I don't think it should be inside the ring though.
Yeah, having it inside the ring is just too much.
Like if it's on the outside, you want to hear what they're saying because they're on the outside, and then they're most likely they've already when they're in the clinch, they're already, you know, pre-planned what they're gonna do next. So you're not hearing, you know, what what spot they're doing next. You don't hear the ref. You don't hear any of the wrestlers within the ring. You can if you see them mouthing something, like, "Oh fuck you," like, you know, like years ago, like it was always some kind of like air of mystery, other than, you know, like obviously if they were flipping off the fans or screaming something loud enough. Like if you're screaming something loud enough that the outside mic can hear you, then I think that's what they should do, because like in New Japan, you can like when they're in the middle of a match, you don't see them, like you don't hear what they're saying when they're inside the ring, but on the outside you can hear them perfectly, which is what I think WWE should do. Like you can hear them perfectly on the outside. Like That's what wrestling wrestling overall should do. Because I don't want to, especially people that are fucking like big mouths and they can't fucking like not, say what the next spot is. You can always hear it during a Cena match.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's why I was saying they need to get rid of the mic. But But anyway, I'm gonna get into my three things real quick, and then we gotta hit up the synopsis because I know Pat's got work very soon.
Yeah, we gotta roll.
Yeah, we're gonna like fly through that. So okay.
Earls, I said that it's at 11, and he does two or three suplexes on Goldberg.
I saw it.
Suck air.
I saw
it. Fucking sucking air from that.
He's so blown up. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. So there are things I could think, but these are three gut feelings I have. I definitely see going on in wrestling. Number one, Ronda Rousey arrives in WWE this year. 2, Nakamura wins the WWE title within a year.
Oh, no fucking way.
Nope.
They gave it to Jinder.
But obviously, they don't see the same thing for Nakamura.
Well, what are the odds that they put together the fucking Balor Club on Monday Night Raw the same week that they're doing Wrestle Kingdom in Japan, which is always the emphasis is mostly Bullet Club. So yeah, you tell me if WWE is trying to pay attention to them or not, because that clearly looks like something there. And the third and final thing. The Bucks and the Bullet Club will outsell WWE in T-shirt sales for 2018.
I agree with that.
That is my boldest
prediction. Didn't they do that last
prediction.
year?
Yeah, I think they did.
We're talking Cena merch. We're talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking Rusev Day, which is the hottest T-shirt right now on WWE Shop. I'm talking everything WWE has. You're going to see a lot more Bullet Club sales, and to the point where Hot Topic is going to keep fucking following it through to where stores like I don't know, fucking stores like, if you have a Spencer's, Target's, Walmart, they're all going to go, hey, we want a piece of this. They're going to go, hey, Kmart's kind of a dying breed, but they're going to want a piece of this. I mean, not for nothing, dude.
Amazon is buying Target, so I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Amazon is always on top of the shit, man.
So not to mention, we also got those Bullet Club pop vinyl dolls coming.
Yeah, I saw those the other day.
Yeah, more Bullet Club merch is going to be coming for 2018.
It's funny you should say that, Eric, because when I saw the pop vinyls, I saw the shirts at Top Topic, and I'm watching it, I'm going, man, God, these guys are fucking over as Rover. And
now you see why the Bucks do what they do.
Over they are? Remember they were making fun of the fact that they were number 2 behind Rick and Morty for T-shirt sales and Hot Topic? They're number 1 now.
Yeah, see? Ain't that some shit?
Do you want to hear how many units of T-shirts they've moved within the past 4 months? It's a fucking lot.
Go ahead.
417,000 units.
Fuck me.
Yeah, and you know how much that is if you're selling a shirt on average $25? $10 million!
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Who gets that money?
Oh, that's split between Pro Wrestling Tees, the boys, the people.
How much of that do the boys actually get?
I'd say at least. I mean, I'm going off a guesstimate
no,
here.
They did the math. If the Bullet Club were pulling in a royalty rate, that would land them $7 per shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is just a rounded margin. It could be less. It could be more. That would be each single shirt, all these shirts all together would be worth $3 million.
See, that's awesome. That is awesome.
$3 million, and then if they with that they split it 6 ways. from all the different Bullet Club shirts
But
that are being
think
sold.
about it. That's still a fuckload of money.
That's $500,000 a year that they're
Yeah.
making just in T-shirts. Yeah.
Just in merch.
Yeah, meanwhile, the WWE is telling the Bucks, yeah, we'll put you down in Florida, and you have to relocate, and yeah, we'll give you about 175 apiece.
Yeah, you can keep it, pal. You know?
Yeah, that's where the Bucks look at that, and they're like, and one of them's just like, I bought a house, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I have a house, lock, stock, and barrel. Eat my ass with a spoon. Here's the spoon.
Yeah, so
it's
that's
made
why-
out of silver, bitch.
So that's why I tell
know?
you, when they're fucking when they're no-selling shit, it doesn't fucking matter to them, because they're gonna be like, yeah, you think our psychology doesn't match up. Well, look at our fucking. Let me show you my my bank statement and then tell you.
You're right.
And then
I
you
sta-
tell
I stand
me.
corrected.
Yeah.
See, and that's both good and bad. You know. But anyway, let's get to the synopsis.
Yes. All right. I mean, well, I'm gonna like brush through certain things because it's not really stuff to spend a lot of time on.
Okay. All right.
So, all right, Brian Pillman Jr. makes his pro wrestling debut this past weekend.
Good for him.
You know, he's on Twitter, you know, pretty much dedicates it to his dad, says that this is the best gift that, you know, his dad could have given him, is given the opportunity to become a fan of pro wrestling to the point where he wants to do this. So,
Jesus Christ,
you know
he looks
what?
just like...
You know what? Do not be surprised if you see this guy in what the fuck, I got sidetracked by your picture, Pat. Thank you.
Sorry.
Though I would be surprised if he makes his rounds in down to NXT or even Ring of Honor.
Yeah, count on it. And my God, he looks just like his dad. I mean, he looks just like his dad.
By the way, I know this is an old picture now because of the fact that I don't know if Earl saw it yet. I'm sure, or else you had to have by now. That Cody bleached his hair.
Yeah, I saw that. What the hell?
What the hell? He looks like exactly like fucking Dusty now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, fuck, dude. A little. Well, actually, you want to know what I said when I seen it? I said, "Look at there, little Dustin."
Yeah, he does look more. To me, he looks more like Dustin than his
Yeah,
dad.
he really does. I mean, it's cute.
I want him to keep the hair though.
I do too, because my God, is it fucking over? I see that. I was like, you go on with your bad self, motherfucker. Go on.
Yeah,
I love Cody Rhodes. I mean, he's got it all, man. And man, my God, have you seen his wife, dude?
Oh
But,
man,
you know, no, this is the thing I told. I was making fun of the fact that when he got busted open during them, I was there when that happened.
Okay.
I was there when they unveiled his new the new belt and the bleached blonde hair and the championship, the title change.
yeah. Show the new belts.
Huh?
No, I said I'll show.
Yeah,
Earl some new belts.
they're beautiful.
Oh, you saw them all?
Oh God, well, of course, dude. Dude, I don't make fun of me all you want. Anyone can. I'm a belt mark. I like pretty belts. I'm sorry, I love them. What they fucking have in WWE sucks.
Well, all right. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't see that they just unveiled this week the TV title and the tag titles.
No, I did not see.
No,
those.
I did not see
are
those.
Nice.
All right. Well,
No, I did not.
let Pat continue his story and then we'll talk about the belts.
Please go ahead.
No, I mean, like, I was there when they were doing that shit. Like, they unveiled the new belt and Dalton Castle won the title. But fuck, dude, I don't know. The joke that I made though was when he got busted open, he had the fucking the whole red face. I said he didn't even look like fucking he didn't look like Dusty anymore. He looked like fucking early '90s Sting with the fucking NWO Wolfpack face paint.
Wow.
Because he had the bleach blonde hair and his fucking face was completely covered in
Sting
blood.
never had the bleach blonde hair with the red paint.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a
He's a hybrid Sting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. All right, look down below and look. There's the championship belt saying veiled.
Okay, hang on. Let me go to. How the hell did I get off Facebook? Hang on a minute. How the fuck did I do that? There we go.
That's the end of our show.
Alright.
Oh wow.
Yep. There's
Man,
this. Yeah, you got this
It's
6-man.
it me? Is they just like kind of like spiking the ball here and saying, "Look, we're becoming legit. Maybe you motherfuckers gotta pay more attention to us."
Well, the thing is, man, they have a new belt every 6 months. So when I heard that they redid the belts, I was like, again? But they're beautiful.
Nah, they haven't done. Nah, those belts that they just had recently, those belts have been around for like 5 years.
I know, but still, I mean, I was making a joke. I mean, yeah, they do for a mainstream promotion, they redo their belts quite a bit, and I think that's good. Keep it fresh, you know. Wow.
At least it's better than the big old WWE fucking logo.
Oh,
bullshit.
God.
That doesn't even. It looks just like a bullshit belt buckle. It doesn't even look like a belt.
Dude, that TV title looks fucking gorgeous, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite.
I would actually say
the world title's kind of bland if you ask me.
Really? Yeah,
I thought it kind of gives off the like big gold kind of vibe.
It gives it a vibe, it does, but so does the TV title if you look at it. I'm digging that 6-man belt. I miss the 6-man titles. Remember, you know,
yeah, but
that was a good belt.
Yeah, but they're back in wrestling. Like, Lucha has them, Ring of Honor has them, Japan has them. They're back. The only promotion that doesn't really have them is WWE.
WWE, and they're missing the ball. They're dropping the ball there. I think they should.
Because, well, I mean, and they have a lot of guys that they have nothing, like, have, really people doing nothing, you know.
Right.
And you know what? They should have done that rather than having, you know, like, you know, SmackDown, you know, tag thing, and you know, in a Raw tag. They should have just had, hey, Raw will have a regular tag, SmackDown will have this you know, 6-man.
Well,
6-man.
I would give the 6-man a Raw because it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's one of them would have actually made more sense because they have Shield.
See, what would be it? The reason what made Raw and SmackDown interesting back then when it came to the championships is you had an exclusiveness. Sure, you had your Raw tag, your SmackDown tag back then, and your IC and US title on different shows, but you wanted cruiserweights, you had to watch SmackDown. You wanted the women, you had to watch Raw. Whereas, like, that's what it should have been now, where it's like, you want to watch women, you got to watch SmackDown. You want cruiserweight to watch Raw, or vice versa. Or you want the 6-man tag, you watch Raw. You want the tag, you watch SmackDown. Like, there should have been an exclusiveness, as opposed to just, oh, well, we're just going to do the same exact thing on each show. No, each show should have standing out. That's why I'm not a fan of, like, even from like a production standpoint, why they just do things that resemble the other show, like make things look a little different. That's why NXT is so fresh to people, is because it's in a different building, it's a different type of crowd. Everything means something when they go to big arenas because they're always in the small arena in Florida. Mm-hmm. So it's like the old school roots. That's why a show like that means something. That's why Ring of Honor means something, because they go to shows and, you know, because they do their little TV tapings, and then when they go to the big shows, they go to bigger arenas.
Right.
Things stand out, you know? But anyway, moving on here. Some injury notes that happened in the past week or so. Paige suffered a stinger from Sasha. She got a stiff kick to the back, but it seems that Paige is okay. She will be continuing in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, what the fuck was up with that? I watched the video and she just she got cracked, and then she crumbled, and
she was numb. She said it said she was numb in the shoulders, like she couldn't move her arms.
Did she get kicked in the neck? I know her issue with,
Sasha,
the neck.
Sasha stiffed her in the neck. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was a receipt. I doubt it was. I think it was kind of an accident. But yeah, we had that injury, and then officially banned the GTS because Hideo Itami, aka Kenta from Ring of Honor, and Noah of Japan.
Or like you
stiffed.
like to call him hamster face.
Oh, yeah, I like to call... Dude, he does look like a hamster, though. I like Hideo Itami, I always have, but he does look like a fucking hamster. But anyway, he stiffed Brian Kendrick hard way, unintentionally, in the face, thus breaking Brian Kendrick's orbital and nose bone. Brian should be out for a couple of months. Brian was a trainer also as NXT, down in NXT, so that kind of puts a little bit of a hold on some of the training that we're training exclusively with Brian.
It's fine. He's a man with a plan.
All right, your joke, all right, your stupid little joke works on Messenger. On here, not so much.
Okay, so not to rehash something that we just discussed, but I just watched that kick, and I don't think it was a receipt, but I think it was I think it was a misjudging.
Yeah,
I think Paige was too close, and Sasha. Yeah, it was a legitimate mistake. It was a legitimate accident. It wasn't a shoot by any means.
Yep.
So.
No,
but the creepy part about it is that she stands up sort of, and then she her body just crumbles beneath her. And then it's bad because
it's over.
It's bad because look, we don't. I just think she's kind of skeevy, but you don't want her to fucking be paralyzed,
Yeah, of course, dude. All the shit I've talked about Paige and how much I think she's a shitty person, I don't want to see the fucking girl crippled.
No, of course not. Anyway, back off of that. I'm sorry. I just watched it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But,
I mean, I wouldn't mind Del Rio being crippled.
Oh god, nah. Then
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, you know what it is. I wouldn't wish it, but if it happened, I would watch. I'll put it that way. I don't want it to happen, but if it happened, couldn't happen to a nicer guy, But anyway, let's get into some Wrestle Kingdom thoughts.
D'Lo, we need you.
Oh no!
Your services are needed.
Hey, New Jack, you want to come out of retirement?
I'll cut that motherfucker.
I slap that motherfucker across his forehead and say, "Fuck that motherfucker."
Yeah. We make a team of Expendables, and we have New Jack, Haku, Minoru Suzuki, D'Lo Brown.
By the way, since when do we? All right, I love the idea that you could take a bunch of badasses and just add fucking head shaking D'Lo Brown. I got this one guy.
To be the cannon fodder. Somebody has to be the cannon fodder.
We got this one guy that we.
He's also the token, so you always need.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got the. He's the persuader, I guess. He's the guy.
Actually, no. If you want a tough guy who's also the toker, put in the Godfather.
Yeah, but even then, dude, it's like
in the brawl for all.
Yeah, sure. Or Bart Gunn.
There you go.
Oh no.
That's a tough motherfucker.
We'll put in Butterbean too.
Oh, Butterbean's scary.
Yeah, but even then, dude, you got a guy that we're convinced eats little kids. You got a guy that fucking ripped people's noses off and threw people out windows. You got one guy that fucking stabbed a 17-year-old in the ring. You got a guy that fucking shoot punched everyone until he got to Butterbean, who fucking shoot punches everyone for real. And then you got a guy that just comes out there and shakes his head, goes, "You better recognize."
Yeah, but he also paralyzed the guy.
Yeah, an accident. Yeah, fucking Kali dropped someone on his. Kali fucking dropped someone on his head.
What do you think would happen if he actually did it for real?
All right. So we might as well say Scott Hall's involved because Scott Hall killed someone.
All right, sure. Scott.
We might as well include Kali because he dropped someone on his head, and he was a police officer.
And that's a long way down.
He can he'll the plane.
Oh god.
He'll ride on his back. Oh god! Oh no! If we knew somebody that could animate this and have them all on top of Kali, and he's like the fixing like engine plane from like Expendables.
Yeah, but like I feel like I don't feel like Del Rio is enough of a piece of shit to do that, to like have this happen to him. Who's a bigger piece of shit in wrestling?
Paulie.
Vince Russo.
There you go.
Nah, that's a and then again
let's send them after Sid.
There you go.
Hey Sid, does your other leg work?
Oh no!
Anyway,
like like they're going after like a cartel, and you got like the cartel is like led by like Vince Russo, and his henchmen are like Sid Vicious and Del Rio.
Anyway, let's get into Wrestle Kingdom thoughts and get out of here. Earls, you chime in when you
Whenever it feels sexy. Gotcha.
Yes, whenever you feel like it. All right, so Wrestle Kingdom 12 for everyone that wants to watch live. It's going to be tonight. I think the pre-show starts at 2 a.m. Eastern time. I think the main card will start around 3. It should end around fucking like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay, so we got Roppongi. So you got the New Japan Rumble. Everyone is surprised. There's, so it's to be announced. Basically, it's like the pre-show match every single year. Last year, some of the surprises were Billy Gunn and Scott Norton. So you never know who could show up.
I mean, it was great for Scott Norton. Billy Gunn, not so much.
Imagine if Neville shows up.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with shits and giggles. I'm gonna say Neville could probably show up, not win it, just say a surprise appearance. You never know. I'm gonna say you don't know who's flying with Chris Jericho.
Exactly. There you go.
Oh, I would mark out so bad if it was Edge and Christian.
Maybe in the corner, not in the ring.
Yeah,
no, I know.
Edge is too done to, yeah.
No, I mean like outside, like
that'd be fucking sick.
Just imagine them like giving shit to like the Young Bucks, going like, "You stay the fuck away from them."
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty. You know what? That's good. Actually, yeah, that's good. That's very good, actually. So, all right. On the official card, we got Roppongi 3K, Sho and Yo, who are the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champs, going against the Young Bucks. As good as these kids are, I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. Next up, we got a gauntlet match for the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Championships. We got the champions of the Gorillas of Destiny, which are Haku's kids, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, along with Bad Luck Fale of the Bullet Club, going against Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano, and Trent Beretta, versus War Machine and Michael Elgin, versus Suzuki-gun of Taichi, Iizuka, and Zack Sabre Jr., against Taguchi Japan, which is Juice Robinson, Raisuke Taguchi, and Makabe. I'm actually gonna lean toward maybe War Machine and Michael Elgin winning this.
Yeah, I could see them too. If not, I can see Suzuki-gun.
I mean, I know you're saying that because of a fan.
They won last year, didn't they?
They weren't even in Wrestle Kingdom last year. There was no Suzuki-gun last year. They came out the night after.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of they won it at Dominion. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they won in Dominion.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. So, all right. Next up, we got
Well, wait a minute. I'm gonna go with the Bullet Club.
Okay.
No. You know what? You know what I was thinking of? It wasn't them. It was Los Ingobernables.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're right. It was.
Yeah, it was Los Ingobernables. I'm sorry about that.
All right. But
sorry,
anyway,
people. My brain had an aneurysm for a second.
Yeah. No problem. Anyway, we got Kota Ibushi going against Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
What do you say, Pat?
I mean, Cody's gone over the last 2 times he was in Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, no, this is the only second time he's in Wrestle Kingdom. You're also probably thinking Dominion.
Oh,
Last year was his
yeah, I'm
debut.
thinking Dominion. The last 2 times. Well, that's kind of hard to say because he went over against Juice Robinson. He went over against
Then again,
Michael
he did just recently lose the belt.
He just recently lost the belt, but then also he lost to in the G1 he lost to Okada. So
Yeah, okay.
I think you know what he had 2 wins, 2 losses. I think it's going to be a win again.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Unless they're going to put over the Japanese talent, but I you know what I think they'll put Cody over.
I'm gonna just go with Kota Ibushi. That's what my gut's saying. Next up we got for the tag team titles, for the IWGP tag team titles, I should say, the heavyweight. We got the Killer Elite Squad of Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr. defending the belts against Evil and Sonata of Los Ingobernables de Japón. I see a title switch.
Okay.
I could say it too.
All right, next up we got Minoru Suzuki defending the Never Openweight Championship against Hiroki Goto in a loser haircut and no seconds death match for the Never Openweight Championship.
Oh, god damn it!
Suzuki's losing his hair.
This fucking sucks for me because I love both these guys.
I'm sorry, but Suzuki's losing his hair.
I'm saying Goto is going over.
God damn it!
Yep.
I'm not betting against my boy. I'm going with Suzuki. I love Goto, but Suzuki's my boy.
All right, I love Suzuki too, but I'm gonna go with my brain as opposed to my heart. All right, next up, because something tells me this guy's creeping on 50. He wants to shave that head. He doesn't want to walk around with that anymore.
Oh god, him being bald is gonna be even creepier.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna look like the fucking French Angel.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's gonna look like the fucking French Angel. Anyway, this is probably gonna be one of the best matches in my opinion. We got Marty Scurll defending the junior heavyweight title against Hiromu Takahashi against Kushida against Will Ospreay. I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna go. This is tough.
I'm gonna go with Hairspray.
I'm gonna go with Hairspray.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, Ocean Spray.
Yeah, Ocean Spray.
Yeah, maybe Ospreay will get it back because him and Marty Scurll have been having this UK rivalry for like 2 years now.
Okay.
What do you say, Pat?
I can. You know what? I'm gonna go with Kushida as the dark horse.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Have you ever seen Kushida's gimmick?
Yes, actually, believe it or not, I have. I've been looking at these guys since we've been talking.
All right, yeah, he's got like a Back to the Future gimmick.
Thank God for Google. That's all I'm saying. I'm watching. I'm looking at these guys. No, I mean I am because I mean a lot of these guys I'm not familiar with, but just looking at the guys, you know, I knew about Haku's kids getting into the business, which I think is awesome. Let me ask you, because I've never actually seen them work. Are they as tough as their old man?
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh sweet dude, that's
dude,
fucking.
No. We one of the
dude, you don't understand. Haku is legendary for being scary tough.
No, one of the spots was. In their Dominion match against the War Machine.
Okay.
What was it? He kept punching him like it was what he kept elbowing him in the head.
Yeah.
And he kept doing it over and over and over again, and he's just like egging him on like he's. It was Rowe, right? It was Raymond Rowe that he like kept like elbowing him in the head, and he elbowed him over and over and over again in the forehead, and he kept egging him on to do more, and this was he got like cracked like got up to like 10 times, and then he kept like egging him on some more, and then he just like passed out just from like the damage. Like he went down to his knees. Like he sold it perfectly. Like he wanted more, but his body couldn't like handle it anymore, and he just like went down to his knees, and then that's when they went for the finisher, and that's when they put them away. But they were like taking chair shots, like fucking. They were nothing. They were fucking. They were like basically they were no selling, but there was some like they like it looked like they were taking damage, but they were like fighting through it. Like their Tongan heritage was giving them like some measure of strength, but they were like their bodies couldn't handle it anymore.
Wow.
So like a story was being told.
Okay, cool.
We gotta pull up that Dominion match for you. You gotta watch it. It's really good.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get some lunch when this is over. I'm gonna watch some of their matches.
Yeah, well, I'll send you something while I'm wrapping up here.
Thank you, baby brother. I appreciate that.
You got it. So next up, we got the three. They're billing them as like the three top matches. To me, there's only two. And it's not to slight this next match, but for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, I'll explain myself. You got Hiroshi Tanahashi, who's the fucking he's their John Cena. He's pretty much one of the biggest names they still have. That's like somewhat toward the end of the card, going against a guy that they're pushing now, who's going by this gimmick called Switchblade, Jay White. He's an Aussie guy. The kid really hasn't done enough to be like he hasn't done enough in my opinion to have what is supposed to be a big deal here. Like this is supposed to be like his biggest match to date, and it's like he's a little too new to people. So okay. I'm gonna go with Tanahashi to retain.
See, this is the thing that they should have done. When instead of having Kota Ibushi face Cody, they should have had Cody face Tanahashi and Jay White fight.
Yes,
Kota
exactly.
Ibushi. That would have made more of a sense of a intercontinental title kind of situation.
Yeah, and then Cody would have won the belt, and it would have been fucking would have worked. But so okay.
And then that's weird because they don't have any. They don't have a championship match then for Ring of Honor then.
Yeah, this is the first time in a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
But their card is fucking stacked already.
Yeah, that's true.
It's already gonna be a long show. But anyway, we got next match. We got for the IWGP United States Championship in a no DQ match. The match that fucking everyone's really talking about here. Kenny Omega defending the belt against Chris Jericho.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny's going over.
If anyone thinks Jericho's winning this, ha! You got another thing coming.
Exactly. No. Kenny Omega's definitely going to go over in this.
The only way I could say that he could go over is if they're going to do a longer program, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, if he's sticking around for a couple months, sure, he'll only hold it for a few months, but nah, he's not. There's no fantasy booking where he brings the title to Monday Night Raw. No, that's not fucking happening.
No fucking way.
Japan would never let that happen.
I was gonna say Japan would rather shoot Vince in the face than let that happen. So, yeah.
Japan would rather fire Tanahashi before that would happen.
Oh God.
Japan would literally they would fucking hang the Great Muta by his balls before. Or
Antonio Inoki.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They would piss in the mouth of all their fucking legends before they let that happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. There is no fucking way.
It's gonna be a great fucking match, regardless.
It's gonna be a fucking barn burner. They're gonna destroy each other. That's the one I really want to see above all. But yeah, because I love Kenny Omega and Jericho is just fucking incredible. So yeah.
And Jericho's promo was fantastic.
I finally got a chance to watch all that. Yes.
Yeah, all right, I'm glad you did. You know,
I enjoyed it.
The hype train is real on this one. So, I don't think they're gonna let people down. But anyway, the last match in the card, we got for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. We got the longest reigning champion of, I think he's on 500 something days, of Kazuchika Okada against Tetsuya Naito. I'm gonna do what Pat did. I'm going with my boy Tetsuya Naito.
Since I know nothing really about it, I'm gonna go with you.
All right. Well, if and when he does win the belt, I'll explain the origin of this guy's character next week on the show.
Okay.
You know, I would have done it now, but we are hitting the time mark here.
Yeah, we've got to roll.
So, anyway, let's get some plugs out of the way and get the fuck out of here.
Fantastic Floor podcast every Wednesday. It's a vodcast. It's myself and Tim Arnott, Phil Ellis, and Jim Cottle at Nitro Antique Mall in Nitro, West Virginia. Please check us out. We are on the Third Floor Comics Facebook auction page.
I will also put up the link for that within the this lunchtime here, this afternoon hour. I will put that link up after we get this show on the server, and then also too, and also Pat, please find an outro, or one of you guys come up with an outro while I'm plugging here.
I got something.
Okay, all right, good. But okay, so next up here we got on our plugs, good friend of the show, Chad Flatt of the Pro Wrestling Weekly on thefedspodcast.com. Go to Retro with the Stro on VocNation.com. Our good friend Rob Kellum, the Maestro, aka the Stro, Papa. Live Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wrestling Soup on Mixler, Thursday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday mornings on the download on iTunes and Stitcher. We are also on iTunes and Stitcher. Also, please go to www.kayfabetalkradio.com. This is our very first show. We're fucking plugging it in 2018. We finally have the official... Baby. The domain, the website is looking nice. We also have a forum page that Bonesaw set up for us, which looks really good so far.
Yell at you fucks.
Yeah, so join the forum page.
Yes, join the forum page because Bonesaw is fucking awesome.
Yes, do that. Also, if you guys are on Reddit, and if you've heard of us from Reddit, thank you. But please send us the link because we still cannot fucking find it.
Can't fucking find it.
I'm also not on Reddit, so that you know... It would give me an incentive to look at Reddit and maybe even sign up, but yeah.
I just heard about it the other day again.
Oh, okay.
So,
alright. So next up, we got Facebook.com/Kayfabe Talk Radio. Like us on there. Also, if you go to the Facebook page, or as well as our Kayfabe Talk Radio website, you could search for you could look for our YouTube right there. And like us, subscribe. We are going to have new content up soon. We're also going to try to work on some shit that's coming up in March for KTR 100. We're already approaching, boys.
I know.
Be on the lookout for an AM Thunders sometime this week. Me and Bonesaw will figure out a day that's best for us.
We will talk about New Japan.
Yes, it's going to be sometime, whether it be this weekend or whether it be early next week. We'll figure it out. But Twitter.com/EricTheRed211 to follow me. Follow JR Earls. You got Twitter.com/JR Earls Art. And Twitter.com/Mr_Bonesaw for all your gripes and complaints on the show. And if you want Sid to block us, if you really, really, really think it's worth it, have Mr. Bonesaw provoke Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey man, you're the one. You're the one. We're gonna sign you up for this fucking brawl thing that's going on in West Virginia.
I'm not going all the fucking way to West Virginia. There's nothing there.
We're gonna fly you out there. You're gonna.
I don't want to go.
Doesn't matter. You're going against your will.
Yeah, there you go.
God, I'm not like Earls when he was like 12.
I think he was like 7 when he went.
Oh yeah, I was 7 when we moved.
Yeah,
here.
but
Holy fuck, I remember
12-year-old.
you really well.
Telling you, dude, I've been
see-
serving my sentence here.
Yeah, but he
long
was
enough.
7, but he was as big as a 12-year-old.
Actually, yeah.
In width.
Hey, I was a big fucking. Anyway, play the fucking outro.
You weren't, yeah, you weren't a single-digit midget, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, till next fuck.